Hmm.
Quill,
Indeed. I don't know what you're talking about.
show them your wings.
And Quill bursts out of the stable and soars into the trees, and he is just circling the trees, and every pixie in the city comes out and cheers him on. All of the
Aww.
pixies are joyous and happy, and Quill seems to instantly be back to his normal self, and he's hugging everybody that comes up to him. And over 3 dozen pixies, all of the citizens of Plep, come up to him. And eventually, after quite some time of celebrating with everybody, he eventually flies back over to you guys. Thank you so much.
You did so good, guys. I feel so proud of you guys. I'm proud of you all. And Roman is actually somewhat crying, guys. Roman's crying. I'm really proud of us, guys. I really am. I'm proud of you, Tammy. Thank you.
I kind of shuffle away from Roman.
He's a very emotional boy right now.
Congratulations on your triumphant return.
Oh, yes. You need access to the plants.
We do.
And he just zips inside his little house, and you can hear a great deal of shuffling and a few crashes and bangs and general.
At least hear a tiny.
We hear like a screech of a cat.
Yeah, somehow there's a tiny little cat like.
There's a chainsaw. You don't understand.
You don't understand how that got in there.
Clown.
There's an alarm clock going off.
A horse whinnying.
An explosion goes off.
And then a nuclear bomb just destroyed everyone. The end.
Quill reemerges from his house with a perfectly smooth stone with a cyan rune glowing on it. And he hands it over and instructs you all to lick the rock.
Oh.
I lick
Time
the
out.
I grab the rock and I just lick it.
Ew.
Yeah. I say I lick the rock.
Rock next,
Well,
and I lick it, and then just pass it on to whoever's next.
Roman just licks it like he's licked everything in his life.
I'm sorry. Sorry if it's a bit acidic.
Oh, that's fine.
And then he also pulls out the bag of holding that he promised.
Booyah!
And he'll fly round to each of you and give you one last hug before
It'll just be like a tiny little hug.
he lands back on the ground in front of his house and just kind of looks down at the floor. Would you mind one last request?
Yeah, anything.
What is it, my friend?
What is it?
Well, would you all be willing to chip in a copper coin each and sign it so that I can put it on display, so that I never forget what you did for me?
I am
Or
absolutely.
he just starts
willing.
bursting into tears and hugs Quill again. Of course you can!
Is he offering like a quill to sign it with?
He'll
Oh my god.
go back inside and there's some more banging and crashing and then comes back out with a quill.
Okay, I take out a gold piece and sign and give it to him.
I additionally take out a gold piece and sign it and give it to him.
Same here.
Yeah, I did the same.
Do I?
You deserve more than a copper piece, my friend.
You really didn't have to.
For you, we did.
My massive dragonborn hand kind of pats him very gently on the head.
Yeah, we do
I
Oh
give-
no. He's fucking mad, guys.
For this...
The juxtaposition is very weird. It's like a massive fucking, but it's like the most gentle pat in the world.
This is why I'm using your
Roll
fingers.
No, God.
Poor guy.
For this adventure, you can all gain 1,800 experience points.
Ooh.
Which,
Does that mean?
if I've done my calculations correctly, pushes you over the boundary to 4th level.
Oh, yeah.
So are we typing that in, or
If you would be so kind as to add that while I look up
okay? So it's 1,800, was it?
1,800 experience.
It's 3,181 is at least my total.
1,100 and
Switched around a bit.
2181.
Mine's 1,381 at the moment. And what do I have to do?
Add 1,800.
So 2,181.
2,186. I feel so intelligent.
Does that mean we're level? Does
Whoa, wait.
I love it if we're like 1 point off.
No, it's 3,000.
It is 2,700 to get to 4th level, so you are in 4th level.
Booyah!
Hey, I'm 2,100.
I'm 2,100 as well.
You should all be 3,181.
My
Yep.
last experience points was 1,386.
It's wrong. Change it to 3,181.
Stop getting it wrong.
Okay, 3,181. Okay,
Alright.
yeah.
Level 4.
Okay, so let's
It
start.
doesn't say it's making me go level 4, but
It won't.
that's
But
your choice then.
we have to change that. I will start with Philippe and let you know what you get for being a 4th level barbarian.
Oh, man, now.
You now have the power
Sean,
to
you
strip.
can carry yours. Being 4th level as a barbarian, you gain an ability score improvement.
Ooh.
And I think pretty much everybody gets that.
I think it's true, yes.
So at 4th level, you can improve one of your ability scores by 2, or 2 of your ability scores by 1.
So by ability scores is strength, dexterity, etc.
Yeah.
I think I improved my constitution by 2. So I bring it to 17.
So that instantly gets you 3 more hit points.
So I get to 42 hit points.
And then if you could roll me a d12 plus 3.
Yes, a D12 plus 3. $11.
So you're up to 53.
Oof, nice.
Next up is our bard, Seraphine.
Yeah.
4th level brings you a new cantrip.
What?
So you gain a new spell. You gain a new little spell, and you gain a new proper spell, and you also gain a 3rd 2nd level spell slot.
Done.
I just got a question. Since my modifier in Constitution got up, does that mean my armor class got up as well?
It should do.
Okay, nice.
So for a start, let's start with your ability score improvement. So you get to increase one of your ability scores by 2, or 2 of your ability scores by 1, Maddie.
Okay, let's do strength, because that's my weakest one.
So you can bring that up to 9. Which means you've only now got a -1 in strength. Yay!
You
Uh,
can slap harder.
so,
How to
under
properly use my sling.
under your spells, you can gain Blade Ward. Oh, you got Dancing Lights. Friends, Light, Mage Hand, Mending, Message, Prestidigitation, or Vicious Mockery.
Thing do.
Sorry, which one?
I think she said mending.
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 Mending. That is
Things.
basically mending repairs a single break or tear in an object that you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking water skin. As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage.
Okay. And what is friends?
Well, they're people who walk around with you.
Thanks. Yes, I know you guys are my friends. I mean, what is the cantrip, friends?
For the duration of the spell, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice who is not hostile towards you. However, when the spell ends, the creature realizes that you have used magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you. It might not attack you directly, unless it is somebody that is likely to do that. But yeah, basically, you make somebody become friendly towards you for up to a minute. But at the end of that minute, they realize what you've done.
Very evil.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I'll be there for you.
For about a minute.
I'll do friends.
And then
Friends
for
a
your
minute and then-
for your other spell, you can take either a 1st or 2nd level spell. Options are Animal Friendship, Bane, Charm Person, Comprehend Languages, Cure Wounds, Detect Magic, Disguise Self, I won't say Dissonant Whispers, Fairy Fire, Featherfall, Healing Word, Heroism, Identify, Illusory Script, Long Strider, Silent Image, Sleep, Speak with Animals, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Thunder Wave, Unseen Servant, Animal Messenger, Blindness and Deafness, Calm Emotions, Cloud of Daggers, Crown of Madness, Detect Thoughts, Enhance Ability, Enthrall, Heat Metal, Hold Person, Invisibility, Knock, Lesser Restoration, Locate Animals or Plants, Locate Object, Magic Mouth, Phantasmal Force, See Invisibility, Shatter, Silence, Suggestion, or Zone of Truth.
That's a lot.
Now repeat
What is
it
an-
twice as fast.
Yeah, just say it again. What is enthrall?
Enthrall. Go away. Come back.
Oh, come back.
You weave a distracting string of words, causing a creature of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear you to make a wisdom saving throw. If you are fighting it, or your companions are fighting it, it has advantage on the saving throw. If it fails, it has disadvantage to perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends. The spell ends also if you are incapacitated or for some reason can no longer talk. Basically, you start speaking to someone and they then find it very difficult to concentrate on anything but you talking to them.
And what is zone of truth?
Literally, you make a zone where people cannot lie.
Yeah, they cannot tell a falsehood within an area.
You make a 15-foot sphere centered on a point of your choosing. Until the spell ends, any creature that enters that area for the first time or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, they cannot speak a deliberate lie. You know whether someone has succeeded or failed that saving throw. If they are aware of the spell, they can respond with something that isn't a lie. They don't have to tell the full truth, but they can't outright lie.
They can tell like a half truth. Okay.
Or they can just not answer you. There's nothing that makes them answer.
But they can't lie.
But they can't lie. But also, they'd have to know that you've done it.
I think I'm gonna go with enthrall.
Enthralling.
Okay. And then, finally, your hit points.
I'm gonna get a couple more.
1d8.
1d8. I'll roll.
You get up to 23.
Thank you. That was better than 16.
No clerics in the party. No clerics in this party anyway. Druid!
You, Druid!
Theodas Laura Karen. At 4th level, wild shape improvement.
Thing is, your attacks become magical while you're seeing the thing.
Oh. Never mind. Apparently that got overridden by the fact that you can now take things with a swimming speed.
Huh.
So we'll work out what that means for you afterwards. You also get your ability score improvement, Theodas. So you can improve any of your ability scores by 2, or improve 2 of them by 1.
One in dexterity and one in wisdom. So I can be less useless in combat.
Well, won't say that yet.
And by the way, the short bow, since I just checked it, the +1 is on the attack or on the damage, because I don't have the +1 anywhere.
It's under magic bonus.
Magic bonus. Okay.
So there's a magic bonus of 1, which means it's on both.
Alright.
You also learn a new druid cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Get prepared for a long list of spells again.
Yay.
Everybody's favourite time of the stream. John lists a long list of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are a few of my favorite things 2 hours later.
You can take guidance, mending, poison spray, produce flame, resistance, shillelagh, or thorn whip.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, he doesn't actually get proper spells this level.
Druids don't get many cantrips.
Produce flame, what's that?
It basically allows you to make about a handful of flame.
Which you can chuck at people.
Which you can either chuck at people or use to light a campfire.
Right. So what was the first one again?
Guidance.
Which is?
Advice.
No, yeah, but what does that mean?
You touch one willing creature, and once before the spell ends, that creature can roll a d4 and add that number to a rolled ability check of its choice.
I'll take this one.
Basically, it's a mini version of what Maddie's character can do.
I'll still get this one.
Okay, you take guidance. You also gain another second level spell slot, but that doesn't mean too much because you just have all the spells anyway. No fighters in the group. No. Oh, monk.
Do I have more HP, by the way?
Oh yeah, you can do that as well. Nah, you don't need it. What is a druid? Sean, what's a druid's hit dice?
D8, I believe.
You're right.
I know all.
Can you roll me a D8 plus 2, please? That's not a great number.
What did you roll? I'm not even paying attention.
He rolled a 1.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, really.
He gets up to 28. Okay, Riordan.
Yeah.
At this level, you gain another key point.
Hooray!
So you've now got 4 key points.
Yes.
You gain an ability score improvement.
Cool.
So you can
Just the
improve. You can improve one of your ability scores by 2, or 2 of your ability scores by 1.
I will improve my constitution and my intelligence by 1.
That is a good plan. It gets rid of your -1s.
Yeah.
It also instantly grants you 3 HP.
Yeah. That's very useful.
Thank God.
You can now also, for the first time ever, roll me a D8 for your hit dice rather than a D8 -1.
Right. Rolling. 1d8. Let's see if I've done this right.
We'll soon see.
You did that.
Oh yeah.
You did that very right. It also means that you're now no longer the character in the party with the least hit points.
Yeah. No longer the glass cannon who runs in and hits.
Well, I mean, you should still definitely be the glass cannon who runs in and hits things. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here.
Fair enough. So is that it? Nothing special?
You do also gain, because you're a monk, and you gain
Yes,
things
I
at
am.
every level,
Oh, cool.
pretty much. Yep, no, every
You
level.
good.
You get slow fall.
What's that?
You can
Literally.
use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level.
Oh, wow. That's not bad. I haven't done much falling yet, but it works with the...
Now's the time to try.
No, it's like start falling.
Sean, I assume you don't need me to talk you through what a paladin gets.
I just get ability score improvement, and that's about it, I think. I think that's it.
Ranger, no. What are we looking for? Warlock.
Hello. I'm a warlock.
Hello.
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 I'm a warlock.
Oh no.
Hello. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, what was that? I have some cuteness. Ah, hell no.
Romad, you gain an ability score improvement.
I'm sorting out my dexterity. Give me the good uns.
Your dexterity becomes
I'm
10.
so done with my... Yay!
You
No more walking around like I'm trying to be stealthy.
also gain spells. And roll me a d8.
Alright, I'll do the
D8 plus 3.
first. 3d8.
1d8 plus 3.
Okay, 1d8
Just been rolling
plus...
mine.
8.
40.
I think I've done this right. Oh no, I messed up there. It's supposed to be that way.
Slash roll.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know that. God.
Oh, you're not my dad, Mom.
You're not my dad, Mum.
Oh.
That's terrible. Well, what's up?
Well, that only gets you to 31.
That's good. As long as I've got some more hit points.
Okay, you also gain a new spell and a new cantrip.
I feel so lucky.
So, prepare for the continuation of John Reed's lists of things.
Hang on. I gotta look through list of cantrips. Where are the lists? I'd like to see the cantrips.
Warlock.
Spells by level, cantrips.
Blade Ward, Chill Touch, Eldritch Blast, Friends, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, Prestidigitation, or True Strike.
I thought she already had. I thought Romad already had prestidigitation.
She already has Prestidigitation, or he already has Prestidigitation and Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I've got those two.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
What was it again?
Blade Ward, Chill Touch, Friends, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, or True Strike.
Did you say Mage Hand as well?
Yep.
Floating hand appears. A hand lasts for a duration of and dismiss it out of action. It vanishes if it's ever 30 feet away from you. You know what? I'm just getting like, I don't know, Smash Bros. Brawl feeling of this. It's literally going to be the hand from Smash Bros. Brawl, and it's just going to fudge us up. I'd rather not, thanks.
Not-
I don't want to have my
Not quite. There's another spell that's like that.
Bigby's Hand!
Bigby's Hand!
Oh, good God.
Which you can look forward to Seraphine having access to.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
And I'm expecting that Sean will always announce it like that.
Of course.
Because I'll always announce it like that too.
So it's going to be like a double whammy if people are announcing it like that.
I probably like,
Announcing it like what?
Bigby's Hand!
Bigby's Hand!
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, there's Chill Touch, Blade Ward, you say?
Yep,
Got
Friends,
Eldritch Blast. No friends, please. I've got no friends.
Mage Hand,
Oh.
Friends.
Minor Illusion, Poison Spray, or True Strike.
I'll just have Chill Touch. Please.
One Chill
Which
Touch.
basically make a ranged spell attack on hit. The target takes
That made it sound like
1d8
something
neurotic
from a
damage. You
restaurant.
can't regain points. Start of your next turn. So basically, I'm just smacking an ice cold one on their face.
Yep. And then you get a new spell of first or second level. So your choices are Arms of Hadar, Charm Person, Comprehend Languages, Expeditious Retreat, Hellish Rebuke, Hex, illusory script, protection from evil and good, unseen servant, witch bolt, cloud of daggers, crown of madness, darkness, enthrall, hold person, invisibility, mirror image, misty step, ray of enfeeblement, shatter, spider climb, or suggestion.
That suggestion? No. What's in the? What's the level 2 ones again?
Cloud of daggers, crown of madness, darkness, enthrall, hold person, invisibility, mirror image, misty step, ray of enfeeblement, shatter, spider climb, or suggestion.
Shatter. Each creature in 10-foot range center point and me. Choosing should taste. I'll have shatter. That sounds pretty awesome. I'm going for the lightning once again, guys. This is good. I'm going lightning.
You've got a theme forming.
I have a theme coming. Like, I've got a theme going on for poor old Kaylin. Now I'm doing it for this one. It's just...
You are 4.
Don't make any... Because soon enough, if I find a... If John starts saying, yeah, there's a thunder, I'm going to be screaming at him.
Okay, and that is everybody leveled.
Yay!
Sean, are you all leveled?
I am. I have raised my charisma by 2, and I have rolled my dice.
Wait, before I go, I need to remember to add slow fall to Riordan's sheet.
Yes.
And then eventually I'll copy and paste the details into what that does.
Cool.
So let us continue the adventure. What do you guys want to do?
Rest. No.
I realized something the other day. Does Seraphine even know that the rest of these guys are hunting to get rid of the death curse thing?
That's a good question.
Or is she still completely oblivious to that?
I can't remember whether we mentioned that or not.
I think you guys did. Because you guys just, when you met me, you were just like, oh, we're going to the Well Wishes as well.
Well, yeah, that was what you were mainly after, wasn't it?
I
suppose it's one of those points, so we should be really trying to convince you to stick with us.
Yeah.
Because effectively your mission is at an end.
I think we
in that case, stick with us, because your mission is at an end. Ours is ongoing, and we believe we can use your help.
Yes, I'm with us.
I think we all sit down and have the talk.
Yeah, the birds, the bees, the mission at hand.
We're here for a greater purpose, and we could use her aid.
Indeed.
Yeah, but
so this greater purpose is
to save the world, mate. Save the world, my friend.
Okay, and from what exactly?
We are here. We've been hired to find the cause of the death curse that has been plaguing the land.
I'm just in it for the ride. I'm just tagging up.
And he's kind of in it for the ride.
Yeah.
You have heard of the death curse.
I have heard of the death curse.
What is your opinion of the death curse?
I don't like the death curse.
Good, then you are on our side. So will you join us?
Okay then. It's just like that.
Well, companions, we have a new companion.
There we go.
Hooray!
I'm fairly certain that was Tanny responding.
It was.
Oh. Dang it.
Oh no. Not quite sure how you didn't realise that, but either way.
There's just a bit of a distinct difference
a long day,
between
okay?
our voices.
Not a long long
I'm so
day.
sorry.
I've made a lot of ale. I've drunk a lot of ale.
And one of them's a dragon, the other's Canadian. They're very different.
Oh, God.
Similar, but different.
Yeah, you've got to give me something else. I'm half deaf. You've got to give me at least that chance.
Fair.
Sure, okay. You guys are trying to stop the death curse.
Yes.
We've
Is what I'm getting at.
we've got leads as to where possibly it's originating.
Oh, who has the
Somewhere
bag
on
of
this island.
holding, by the way?
What was that?
I mean, I'll carry it because I'm happy to carry it. It could be like group storage, but
Cool.
or is it? It's just the fact that I'm like one of the strongest. I mean, it doesn't weigh much, but either way.
There you go.
I need to find.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You obtain bag of holding.
Now I just need a 10-foot pole,
To keep in the bag of holding and comically pull out.
but for comic effect, yes.
Damn it, you should have given the bag of holding to me just for me to pull out the quarterstaff every now and again.
I mean, I really have nowhere else to go but home, so... Sure, I'll tag along with you guys.
Hooray! Well, now we have another companion.
Friends, we have another companion! You head to the edge of...
I hope I was a companion before then, but alright.
Well, you were,
but now it's
that was
official.
only... Well, this is the thing. You were only a
Stone.
companion for the minor mission because you wanted to do the same thing. Now you have joined us for our cause. This is a great day. We should
Now
be
time-
remembered in history.
Now, time for you to get the matching tattoo.
I'm matching the tattoo.
Wait,
I'm
time out.
You head...
But I will still join you guys.
You head to the edge of Plepp. To the tree that they point out is one of the designated members of the plant's travel system.
Ooh.
To the subway.
And as you approach the rather large tree, you lay your hands upon it, and a gateway just... The tree tears itself apart, and you can see it disappearing back into a corridor that stretches far farther into the tree than the tree itself actually descends.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And as it tears itself open, one of the pixies that is stood there just shouts at you, "Run!"
I run.
Just-
Guess
You
what was
can,
it? Okay.
you're a gazelle at this point.
I run straight into it.
a very persuasive pixie.
And as you run into the tree, you notice that it starts to close behind you.
I keep running even faster. I use my special abilities to run as fast as I possibly can.
And eventually, almost as soon as you've started running, you get to the other end. And another tree opens. And you come barreling out of...
I keep running.
In case
just see
the
what
wall's
she just-
coming behind you.
Where is... Okay, you keep running.
Do we actually know where we're coming out yet?
I don't think we do.
Point. We just don't know. We're just running and running and running.
You exit out onto snow. You're in Bryn Shandar.
Please tell us we do. That'd be great if we did.
You exit out.
No, let's go to Elysium.
You step out into the abyss.
Ah, poop.
Ah, fuck.
You exit out into a mountainous scape.
Okay, I stop
Um,
running before I fall off the edge.
Into the back of Reardon one by one.
However, if you do run over the edge of the mountain, you can slowly fall.
Yeah, true. Oh god.
Bear with me one moment while I work out how to move you to the right frickin' map.
Where the fuck are we?
Okay,
Oh,
this'll
God.
do.
I'll do.
Fucking.
How do you know the magic words?
Lee?
We're in the abyss.
Go down to the bottom of the map.
Oh, wait. What?
Oh.
Oh, I was wrong. It's pandemonium.
Is it a dragon? I see it's just a dragon.
That's not a dragon.
Honestly, it's okay.
This is a dragon.
I know
Just
it
a
is.
cat.
I know what that is, but I'm not going to metagame.
By the way, what John in the game?
Pardon?
What day is it today on the in the
Oh, what day is it today? Let me have a quick look. It is... Loading up my calendar now.
It is.
It is Tarsak.
Hold on.
Going
Drum roll.
It is the 7th of Tarsak.
Tuesday.
oh, yes.
The 7th.
Okay. I'm trying.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
I just wanted quiet. All of them.
Sorry, I missed what you said there, Tanny. You said, I'm trouble.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
It's
Fine.
And now Carboom appears to have gone.
Yeah.
Like flies.
Hello.
Okay, there's Carboom. There's Tanny, there we
Oh,
go.
no.
No,
People.
Scar's gone.
Scar's gone.
Scar's gone.
My
Okay.
boy. Where's my boy? I've lost my boy, guys. I'm not happy.
Hold on.
Scar,
Chicken.
where are you, my boy?
Chicken. Chicken.
He's not even in the chat, Ben, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Right, can anyone hear me properly?
There he is.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
can hear your words.
Scar, I thought you died. Don't leave me like this. I think we might be having trouble here.
Romad was like full on doing the Stay With Me video.
Stay.
So you exit.
You exit the tree.
Hang on, I'm gonna try and message. I'm gonna message the boy.
You exit the tree onto in front of two buildings and a mine shaft. Clearly a mine shaft.
Ah.
Shaft.
The smaller
It's all about shafts.
So bad shafts.
the smaller building here has walls made of closely fitted stone with large windows and a wide overhanging tile roof. It's now overgrown with vines and creepers, but the structure is still solid. Whereas this larger building is made from closely fitted stones and has a tiled roof, but no windows. Portions of the wall are crumbling where tree roots are pushing the stones apart. Gouges and scars show where someone has tried to hack through the heavy door with axes, but gave up after making little headway.
Can I try to squeeze in the headway, or is it way too small?
They haven't gotten through yet, so...
Scar saying that his mic stopped working completely.
Oh, that is
Oh.
helpful.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I need you to respond. Marco!
Polo.
Rolo.
Rolo, okay. Marco!
Polo. You can you hear us?
Polo.
Marco?
Yes, I can hear you.
Cool.
Franco.
You guys did the Marco as well, and I did the Polo back.
Marco.
This is a test. It
Marco.
works, finally.
Hello, we can hear the Scar again.
Marco. Scar,
I've been
Marco.
talking for like 10 minutes in the complete emptiness.
Scar, Marco.
Hello?
Good.
There we go. That's confirmed it. He's alright, guys.
Okay, I'll repeat myself for Scar, in case... Could you hear us, or could you...
I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I'll repeat myself then. You enter... You exit the tree into a flat ground with a mine shaft in front of you and two buildings. One smaller one that is made of closely fitted stones with large windows and a wide overhanging tile roof that is overgrown with vines and creepers, and a larger building that has no windows that you can see, but portions of the walls are crumbling where tree roots are pushing the stones apart, and the door itself is scarred and gouged by axes, but whoever was trying to get into it stopped before they broke the door.
Interesting.
And there is a minecart here.
BRB.
Hey. No, come back.
Romad goes for a waz.
Did we
So,
investigate?
when there is a-
Question mark.
When there is
Can
a
we
card
knock on the
button in
door?
the mine, it demands we get in.
Right, can we take a look around and see if there's anything else we can see, or is that literally everything we can see?
That is everything you can see from where you are at the moment.
I guess if we could investigate the door, maybe see what is
Can I
left of
wander
it.
over here and take a look at the other side of the building?
Yep, it's a wall.
Congratulations.
Okay, can I walk down here and take a look at this side of the building?
Yep, that's another wall.
Okay, can I walk around here and take a look at this side of the building? Is that the one with the door?
That's got a door on it.
Can I do a proper investigation on the door to see if there's any way I could figure to open it?
The door itself appears to have swollen in the... Like, the wood has swollen outwards. You could probably force it open.
Can I knock on the door to
Ram
see if
it.
anyone would answer from the inside?
You can try.
What do I need to do?
Say that you knock on the door.
Well, I just said I knocked on the door. Okay, I knocked on the
Nobody
door.
answers.
Okay, can I try to ram the door down then?
You can. Make me an athletics check.
Athletics check, okay. I'm still on the bloody thing. Right, hold on.
Roll it again without advantage.
I know, I'm just doing it now. Sorry. Okay. And now, athletics.
The door slams open.
Ooh, what do we see inside?
You see...
So much so.
A dragon! No.
No, a dungeon. Sex dungeon, that is.
You see neither of those things.
Can I investigate the room now?
You can. It's a storeroom. There are dozens of crates and barrels stacked in here. Several of them have been toppled over by tree roots that have grown up from underneath. There is food and drink, but it is inedible, and it's been here for a long time. But there are tools for mining and stoneworking and ironworking, shovels, lanterns, candles, miners' helmets, heavy gloves, spare wheels and axles and brakes for ore carts, grease, thick rope, tar, brushes, brooms, and so on and so forth. This is the mine's supplies room.
Would the lanterns be of use to us if we investigate the mines?
For anybody who doesn't have dark vision, yes.
Put hand up.
Torin.
Why don't you come in here and take a lantern then?
I have torches, so I don't.
Okay, then you're fine. Do we need the thick rope or any mining material? Do we want to try and mine while you're in there?
Rope could be useful,
On this.
possibly.
Yeah, we go. Let's take the rope then.
You can take some rope.
Okay, so we've got the rope. We're leaving the lanterns because you've got torches. Have you got enough AA batteries?
I got Duracell.
And they
Energizer's
just keep
better.
going.
It just keeps going and going and going.
Is this building...
Is there nothing else in here which we can use, or can we do an investigation to try and find if there's anything of sort of
No, you've
significant
you've
use?
found pretty much everything. I mean, if you find that there's other stuff, you can obviously come back to this to see if it's here. If there's stuff you need as you get down into the mines.
Okay, cool.
So is this building closed as well? Is the door locked?
Yep,
For this one?
the door is it's not locked. It's swollen shut.
Someone run into it.
I'm going to try and boot the door down.
Make me an athletics check.
25.
The door flies off its hinges.
Just burst into a million pieces.
Okay, no need to show off.
We know how to open doors.
If there's one thing that Torin is good at, it is fucking strength.
If there's one thing Torin is good at, it's fucking opening doors.
I have a peek around in here.
Door. Oh yes, there's another door.
Several birds and startled lizards just flee out the windows as soon as you come in.
And now show us how you close the door.
I can't because the door is no longer there.
The building's contents are all rotten. Tables and cabinets are covered in creepers and vines and bird droppings and the bones of small aminals.
Aminals.
Hey, I'm in here.
Any clue as to what this was?
This looks to have been someone's office.
There seems to be nothing of
Can
what
we?
I turn out and go out.
Can we take when we take a look into the actual mine itself? Can we take a listen to see if we can hear any creatures or anything from within?
Sure. Make a perception check.
I was going to say we've got two different directions here, so if there's anything in there, we might be able to figure out which way that's coming from.
You can hear some slight noises coming down from this path.
Right.
Let's not go that way.
So we've got some slight noises coming down from that way. We can't see all the way down into it. The other way we can see a lot further down. For the sake of it, we can see a lot further down going by the map. Is there anything which we can see from here?
My cat sense is tingling.
Yeah. Is there anything we can see down the left-hand side considering how lot the map is open?
Anything that you can see is on the map.
Okay, so we don't see any people and they're not going to randomly appear?
Nope.
Okay,
I'm
so...
holding you onto that one, John.
You don't see any people and people are not going to randomly appear.
Okay,
I'm looking
I'm
at you,
going
guys.
to...
Torin, would you like to
down
light a torch?
Yes, please.
I'm going to move down this right side where I heard a bit of noise and prepare myself just in case. I'm starting to see things over on the right-hand side. I see two dragony things.
So there is a drop here.
I fall down,
Okay.
guys.
where it goes
So
down.
that drops down. So we're on a higher level, are
So
we?
you're on a slightly higher level, so it goes down about.
I'm guessing then that, as far as I can see from where I'm standing, that the left-hand side does a large loop around.
It goes down about. Drops
Oh my
down
God.
about. How far is that? 50, 75 feet?
75 feet.
And you can just make out sort of these weird little humanoid dragons.
Ooh.
Spaghetti.
Roman, are they related to you?
How does it relate to me?
They're,
I feel like
what? They're dragons?
Does that look like I'm a dragon to you? Honestly, come on, look at the difference. Do I look like a dragon to you?
I might have had a few too many.
Dude.
I've been drinking. It's fine. I've had too many of my the beers.
I
I've
just
been making.
basically just grab Riordan's head and then I just make it like turn to Torin. That's what a dragon looks like. That's
Okay.
what
Oh.
a dragon's from.
Are you related to the Venturan?
I can't see what you're talking about.
He's just like standing here like, I don't know what's going
Okay,
on.
thanks.
Right.
You know, I've got a
Anyway.
torch. I can like see like I don't know what's the radius of a torch, like 10 feet, something like that.
Is it only 10 feet?
Stop licking me.
I don't know.
Anyway.
If
I can
it's,
see quite a few of these. So.
if it's only 10 feet, then it should be about this far.
Anyway,
I don't know how far it is, so I'm just having a quick look.
If you could let me
Bye,
know.
guys.
regardless of that, I might point out that I
Tanny,
can see
stop
at least
flying.
up to 4 of these guys.
Are you jumping down? Are you jumping down in the abyss?
By
You're
the
like,
way,
fuck it, I'm
Okay.
we can see there's about 4 of these guys, by the way. At least 4 of these guys. Well, you got the 2 over here, but higher up the map. I've got
Tanny,
another
stop
2
moving your
over
character
here.
off of the ledge. You can't do that.
And John, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
The torch is bright light for 20 feet and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay, then you should be able to see like this. 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light, and all players can see that light.
Okay. One thing as well, does that also include the enemies?
Yes, it does.
Right, so considering that we can see these enemies, we want to attract their
Tanny,
attention just yet.
I'm standing on the ledge. I'm
you were
fine.
not standing on the ledge.
I was.
Shall we instead have our friend
Edge
who
ends there. That is where the edge
Yes.
ends.
shall we have our friend who doesn't have dark vision have the torch out for the time being and we'll guide him?
That's what, with those lanterns, were they just normal lanterns or were they hooded lanterns?
There were some hooded lanterns.
And let's go and get one of them.
Oh. Is there any chance, by the way, that we could identify these creatures?
Sure.
It's Torin's cousins.
Make a nature check.
Nature check.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Nature is supposed to be my thing.
I can't see them, so I can't take part in this.
Yeah. I'll come over here. You go up and take a look.
They leave with advantage. Ooh.
Everyone's rolling with the advantage today, aren't they?
Everyone's
I
on
don't
there.
know.
Yeah.
Nope.
No,
no, none of you.
Less idea than I do.
None of you have any idea what these things are. You've not seen them
Do you know
before.
what I'm trying to do?
Okay. Right, the only reason I was saying that is because we don't know whether they have dark vision as well. The chances are they probably do because am I correct in saying that there are no torches on at the moment?
There are torches, I think.
Are they around those creatures? As
They
far as we
don't
can see?
appear. Yes, there are some torches around them.
Okay, so there's a chance they might not be able to use dark vision, so they might not be able to see us from a distance. We might have a good chance of sort of sneaking by.
I just realised that Queen Cribs is back.
Oh,
Hey.
hey,
Queen Cribs! Back, Queen!
shall we try? going around to the left side and trying to sneak around. See if we can potentially keep advantage.
Doing
Long-
the all the way around, you mean?
So this
Yeah,
bridge here
rather than
or
trying to
this
drop
way?
down, or we do have this sort of bridge ahead of us. There's a chance we might be able to get around that without them spotting us. Once again, we would have to guide Torin. But
What distance am I from them?
I buggered off back to the storage shed to get a hooded lantern.
well, don't worry, we'll come and grab you in a second. We're just discussing what we're going to do with you.
Well, the only thing I could propose for me is to stay on that bridge and be ready to shoot if there is any problem, because I've got them in a pretty good range.
Here's the thing,
from the bridge.
if they only have 20 foot going by their light source, we should be pretty safe on that bridge, if we're right in believing that they don't have the dark vision. If they do have dark vision, then we're going to get into a fight a lot quicker than we were expecting. Also,
Which
being
is
in a
why I
Hopefully they
location
don't-
where any of
I
us
will
could be knocked
also-
off quite easily.
I will close the walk so that I can hold them off if it comes to this.
Okay, John, if I was
Yes.
to try and go across this bridge,
Yep.
what I need to do is a stealth roll.
If you want to try and get across it stealthily, yes.
In which case, I'm going to try and get across stealthily.
Make me a
Just that
stealth
one.
roll.
Ella. I know you can help.
Because at least the other side of things with me is I can run.
Mhm.
You get to that point, and they don't seem to be paying you any attention.
They're
Hooray!
just staring at a wall like some romantic do.
They notice you, but they're like, nah, he's the drunken monk.
Yeah. I'll say this much as well from...
Captain Jack Sparrow just
Right. From the point where I am, I can see that there's... I can only see two over here, but there is a tunnel going down this way.
Oh.
There isn't anything over here. That's a dead end. I now have lost sight up this end. I might try and sneak around this central pillar. So to sneak around to there. Will I need to do another stealth check?
You will, and you'll also have to kind of go around the edge rather than through the stone.
Well, that's what I did. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I did go round like that, guiding my guy. But for some reason, it must have looked like it just jumped across.
Yeah, it for me, you literally merged into the stone and walked out the other side.
Right, okay. How's that stealth check? Or am I running? Oh boy.
You find a bucket.
Let me have a look and see if these guys spot you.
You shoot in the bucket.
Run?
Let's
I
put it
think we are
this.
running.
Regardless of what happens, I can't tell you anything yet because you're nowhere near me.
Well, if you're spotted, I'm pretty sure you can just safely.
Well, yes. I will wait to see if I'm spotted.
There are two of them ahead of you. They both have packs strapped to their back that the other two that you've spotted don't.
Yeah.
They both have.
They look menacing.
But they also both don't seem to have noticed you.
Okay. I also notice up in this very top corner, I can see there are 3 more down this tunnel up here. So there's a tunnel there which goes up here, and there's at least 3 more up there. I can just about see. I can see a part up this way over here, but I can't see to the end of it, but it does look to be relatively clear. Also, behind these two with the backpack, there's some stairs going. I can't tell whether that's up or down.
That is going down.
Okay. It's going down. We're yelling.
It
Oh, never
goes down and bears
don't
off to the
we-
right.
Don't we
Yes.
join with Ben? With Riordan?
mind. Okay, so when it comes down to it, we do have a choice. We can either stick to the lower path, or we try going around the top path. If we go around the lower path, there's a chance these two might still be able to attack us anyway. because I'm not entirely sure what's in their backpacks or how they attack. So
You
We
can
have
spend a couple of moments here to just kind of look at them if you want.
yes, please.
Start lovingly drawing them.
So they're chattering away to one another, and they sort of reach into their packs every once in a while, and like one of them will wave something from his pack to the other one, and you notice that they have several jars and crude shaped clay balls and just various things, and like one of them pulls out a stick from its pouch with a scorpion tied to the end of it, and seems rather enthused, shaking this to the other one, and the other one gestures back, nut, and pulls out a pot that seems to be flowing over the top with green slime.
Okay.
And they seem to be going back and forth, arguing about the different things they have.
By the way they're using them and by the way they're shaking them and presenting them to each other, can I tell whether they are presenting something like, for instance, that scorpion that could be a delicacy? Is it something where it could be that they are showing like packed lunches or something like that?
They don't
Can
appear
I
to be.
tell?
They don't appear to be sharing their packed lunches. They appear to be
Showing
trying to
weaponry.
one-up each other.
Okay. So by the sounds of things, they've got forms of either Molotovs, potentially grenades, and when it comes down to their weaponry, it sounds primitive, but at the same time, dangerous.
Crude but effective.
Exactly. So, once again, we have a choice. There's a good chance that the stairs going down will lead to the three people this side. I can't tell much about the three over this side, though it does seem that they've got two who are very similar to this one down here, and actually looks like maybe three of the same over here, just trying to go by this sliver of a picture I can see. There's also a chance that there could be an extra tunnel going off that direction. But considering
I kind of
Not
love
entirely.
seeing this as my god's vision, where I can just see this with perfect clarity.
Mind you, for the sake of the
He laughs
interesting
at
side of
us.
things, it might be worth trying to investigate up this side. For one, we can try and sneak round to there and potentially get by without too much notice. And if there is anything of use up there, we might be able to use it to our advantage before we carry on round. Also, with these two at the very far end, we might be able to sneak by under that ledge using stealth. Would that be possible, by the way, John? Is there enough of a ledge to sneak by them?
You
there?
think you probably can sneak by them if you get a decent stealth roll.
Okay. So there is always a chance we can sneak by them there. Okay, we've still got these guys down here who might be able to see us, or we can always return back to this bridge and go across again. So we have a few options. Effectively, from where you're standing, where I think you're standing, I can't see you on the map.
Where
Yeah,
you hope to God they're still standing.
In fact, shall I go back so I can actually have this conversation rather than trying to telekinetically or screaming?
I think they haven't seen us!
Right. I am going to sneak back, so once again,
Ow.
just to show you that I am going round the rock and try to sneak all the way back to the guys.
Okay, you make it back.
I make it back, I don't need to do a stealth roll.
No, I rolled so poorly for their sight
right.
that I'll just let you.
Okay, so I
they're
inform
busy
you of
right
what
now.
I have seen. I inform you guys of what I've seen and the different bits and bobs and different areas and the little critters which are waiting around and showing stuff to each other. They seem to be quite rudimentary with their weaponry, but it seems like it will be effective. So we have a chance if we sneak around to the left. There is a passageway which looks rather unguarded, but potentially could hold some use for us. but also provide us a stealthy way to try and get around the two who seem to be better armed than the others. I am right in saying that, aren't I, John?
Yes, the others don't appear to
Have anything.
They appear to have crude weaponry, but not the same level of it.
Okay. So basically, we might have a chance to go for to sneak past the upgraded ones.
I'm just hearing in and out, in and out.
I know, yeah. So I was hearing that as well.
Yeah, Kaboom is going on now.
Trying to get back in there.
Kaboom is kaboom.
Shall we sort of just delay a second and give him a chance? Or does anyone want to put forward their thought from what I've told you?
Seems to be implying that he's trying to speak, possibly, but I'm not hearing anything.
Yes.
Kaboom.
I'm not hearing anything.
Chicken kaboom.
If you can hear us, Kaboom, can you type something into the chat window?
Yes.
Oh, you
Never
can hear
mind.
it. And you can talk. Okay, that's fine.
Marco.
Hello?
His possible scars gone all quiet as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm just not talking.
Oh, she's just
Okay.
not, she's not talking.
Love you,
I'm-
Scar.
So, from what I've told you guys, what do we think?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Say we ride the cart down.
Okay. Once again, directly across, if we take this bridge, there are two armed creatures, much like the other two, but they seem to have better weaponry. Crude weaponry, but effective by the seams of it. Also going along, most of these people seem to be on the right-hand side, shy of the two well-armed ones at the far end of the bridge. If we, by chance, take the left passageway, follow that brown, there is a secret passageway up over this area here, as I was just highlighting. And just click that again for anyone who hasn't seen. Again, it's guarded. We might be able to sneak in and see if there's anything important which we might be able to use without attracting any attention. After that, there are some more people here, at least 3, potentially 4. And let's just say down this side, there is a tunnel, but I can't see where it goes, so there's a chance there could be some more there. There is also a tunnel over here which could go somewhere as well. Or it could just be a little bit into one of the mountainside.
Doing great.
My
sweetie.
suggestion which I'm putting forward is that we go around the left side, check out that tunnel, see if there's anything which we can use there, and potentially, after that, sneak past the two guys who are the opposite end of the bridge, and in a more subtle manner, try to take out these guys with a bit of luck, take out the ones in this side, before potentially sneaking back round to take out the two big ones.
I really want to
What do
know
we
what
think?
Queen Creeps is commenting on at the moment.
Well, I should start with going with you to give you assist because on your own it's going a bit of.
So what do we think, guys? I have a feeling that if we go around the left side and probably send a few of our sneakier guys first to sort of see if it's clear, where most of our guys have the dark vision, they should be able to see us make a signal to say that it's safe for them to come across. Or if they are, if they're not, then we are effectively jumping into a battle like we normally would. What do we think?
I am fine with this plan. However,
Yeah.
I'm not the stealthiest.
Well, I think for the
Have
sake
you
of
seen me?
the stealth side of things,
In so much as
I'm too stealth.
in so much out of character, in so much as I have to roll with disadvantage.
Yes.
Stealth.
But,
I got like
but when
3.
it comes down to it, so yeah, when it comes down to it, we should be able to get at least a few across that way. We can take a look on the inside. I would place myself to be one of the people to go ahead, just for the sake that once again I can run quite a distance if necessary. So when it comes down to, we could potentially.
Yeah, I
take a
can
look
see
and
you
what
commenting
we
on
have.
the YouTube videos, Creeps.
Has Creeps
So,
got any
do I
suggestions?
make a step check to join the
Apparently Queen Creeps is trying to both watch this D&D video and old D&D videos, and is currently commenting on the YouTube playback of old D&D videos.
Oh, I see.
The
Right,
nostalgia.
so shall we have a go at that one then? In which case, I'm going to be running ahead. Who else will run ahead with me? Or stealth ahead?
I'll run ahead.
So
Yeah,
if I
join
go
you.
over here, ready?
And I'm assuming I am dousing my torch.
Yes, you will douse your torch so that they don't see the light.
Then someone
And
needs
we
to
will have someone guide you.
I'll do
We
that.
will have someone to guide you. No, hang on. Where are you going? I told you down the left side. We're going to see.
He's there,
Once again,
right?
Here is the plan. We're going round here.
Sorry, I thought you had
Bit by bit.
Following the tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Maddie.
Where?
Yeah.
And we're going to aim for this tunnel at the end, the second tunnel on the left-hand side.
Here go.
I'm gonna mess.
Here goes Torrens.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Oh, Tanny.
No, mine's not much better. Well,
Okay.
mine's actually quite a lot better.
He
By
comes
the
away
way,
from the edge and he actually split. He falls
So,
down.
How many of us have been spotted now?
oh, fucking hell, I just saw the rest
So
of
that's
it.
come my rescue.
Oh, shit.
Good game.
I believe that may well be a
Bye, guys.
failure.
yes, it looks that way. The real question is how far we
Hang
got
on,
across.
guys.
Philippe that time might have
Nomad
managed to
somehow
get in.
managed to step into 2 buckets.
No, I did a slip.
You
And
can
then
start
panic and
creeping
start
up.
running with the 2 buckets.
Right, okay. So,
I'm trying
first
to
of
make
all,
a
yeah,
fun, guys.
Philippe and Sir, if you two want to go ahead, you two have had the best, and you are also the first ones to roll.
Okay.
So if you two want to go up over to the tunnel, you might be able to sneak in before anyone has noticed you.
Before
The
we
rest of us, if we hang back, if
So,
we
do I
attract any
roll,
attention, they'll probably come around to us.
stealth again?
Before you guys come parading in.
No, you can just move up, Philippe.
So
Okay.
Do
Philippe
anything.
and
You didn't see anything, guys.
For some reason, I'm wearing a one-man band
why are you
outfit.
two just staying down there? Get all the way around. You two have got good stealth.
I'm staying where I am.
Trying to go the whole way around.
We're going.
That's it. The second tunnel. That's it. Second tunnel.
Okay.
Apparently that's why you failed your stealth roll. You're
Yeah.
just constantly
Yeah,
yelling
please.
after them. Get to the second tunnel.
Okay, I'm now going to start moving.
It seems like there's supplies in here. From what I can see.
This is as you've gotten there, Seraphine. I will tell you what you see. This appears to be a supply room that you've walked into. On the floor, the entire area from the bottom of the steps to this whole area since you walked up the stairs to it is charred and blackened with soot. In this room, there is a dozen or more charred skeletons littering the floor.
Get the time. I'm just gonna.
It's difficult to count how many there are actually in here. The only one that you can actually fully make out is sort of exactly where Philippe is currently standing.
I've done one. That's fantastic.
Its face. It's a dead dwarf. It's younger. It's a more recent dead body than the rest of them. It looks to be that it was murdered as it was scrambling to get out of the room.
Ooh.
And the second that you're stood in there,
Try to see what's in there.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
The second I'm sitting there,
Oh,
oh, for
no.
frick's sake. Why me?
What the hell is that?
What the heck is that?
I can't see shit, so I can't help you.
This thing. Apparently, I can just about see them inside there.
3 ghostly
From where I'm
figures
stood, and I
rise out of the floor,
Turn to face them.
and they turn to face you. And
Yeah.
Oh
I didn't
no!
get any of that.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
Wait, hang on, what? I'm not seeing anything.
Let's send one of our spellcasters and let's go send them forward.
so that's a miss.
Thank fuck.
I suggest you guys running as fast as you can.
I can't do shit. I can't see.
Well, yeah, we can't. Yeah, I can't tell you anything, but I can. Well, from what I can see, I'm just saying. Oh shit!
Uh-oh. Alright, time for us to go.
So that's 1
Nice.
hit.
We need to.
Can I scream run at them now?
We don't know what happened.
We don't know what's going on in there.
Well,
Just
apparently, from
scream.
where I'm standing, my line of sight.
I'm
I
not
can
sure I
just
do
see
either.
From where I'm standing now, I can see Seraphin and a ghost.
I just see something.
There's 3.
So the ghost reaches its hand through your body, and you just feel cold take over you. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Throw?
Constitution save.
Constitution saving throw.
For Seraphine, for me, or both?
For Seraphine.
I think it's just for me.
Okay.
Oh wow!
Booyah!
Oh, thank God.
You're fine. Everything's fine.
Oh,
Nothing.
my
Nothing
Don't
was
worry,
ever
be
the
happy.
matter.
In fact, somehow you feel better.
God.
You
You
feel
realize you don't believe in ghosts.
you feel the chill of
Seraphine,
death.
I just
Oh
look
shit.
the one ghost dead in the eye who has his hand in me. I'm like, excuse you.
You feel the chill of death come over you, and then you fight it off.
Stranger danger!
And before we finish for tonight,
Yeah.
Finish for tonight.
Philippe might notice.
Oh no.
Ghostly.
To us.
Three more ghostly dwarfs rise up in the other room,
Oh.
and the spectres of death are coming for you. Next time on Tomb of Annihilation.
God.
Corin's just hung out at the top, not knowing what the fuck's going on.
This ends. Can Seraphine just scream towards the others?
Yes, Seraphine, you hear the piercing scream of your gnomic bard echoing through the mine shaft. You get the feeling that the sense of stealth may have been lost, but you get the feeling that maybe you should
I
start to
don't
move
care.
quickly now.
Yeah.
Move very quickly.
So guys, thank you in the chat for hanging around. If you've been here all night, we really appreciate it. The characters have hit level 4 and things really start to pick up. As long as they make
Never
it,
warned us about that beforehand.
as long as they make it out of the
What happened to
mines
level
alive.
3?
We'll be back In the week, on Wednesday, I'm planning to play some Minecraft. On Thursday, there's Elite Dangerous. On Friday, we have got Mario Kart on the Switch. And then next Sunday, see what happens to the rest of the characters in Storm King's Thunder after the siege of Xanthal's Keep.
Ooh.
God.
King of ways.
And, as Queen Creeps points out in the chat, yeah, they get fucked.
Oh,
We're gonna die.
explicit is it?
So guys,
John gets into the gritty details of their eccentric.
thank you so much for hanging around. We'll see you in the week for more gameplay, and we'll see you next Sunday for more of the other D&D campaign, and then we'll be back here in a fortnight's time, which is the 15th of July, for
Ooh.
more of the Tomb of Annihilation. Hopefully not them digging too deep in the dwarven mines and coming across the Balrog. But who knows?
What?
This session started with you guys drawing Gandalf the Grey turning into Gandalf the White, and it ends with you getting into some creepy-ass mines. I feel it's come
This
full
isn't
circle.
Moria, is it? Have we actually gone into the Tolkien's universe?
That's what the tree was. It was just trying to...
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah.
Bye.